Today we're at the airport picking up a family member with my wife. Very excited. Happy Halloween. Just got back from work, 8 to 8, 8:30 to 8:10 or whatever. Haven't had a lunch yet. Ate a granola bar. That's it. That's the only thing. I'm very hungry. I usually don't eat this late, but I'm so starving. And we did our first finance deal together. We've been learning about finance. My friends, today we're talking about potential changes and what could also potentially change my life, definitely, but my debt situation and my financial situation as early as next week or 2 weeks from now. And we are going to get very excited for this. I just did my first finance deal. Wasn't perfect. Learned quite a bit over the past 2 weeks. We did a deep dive. Over the past 2 weeks, we've been basically working 9-10 hours more per week. So now we can expect to be working around 60 hours, maybe some more, 57, 60, 61, depends on the week. Obviously, depends if you have to stay with a client. It is tough. It is mentally exhausting because for me, I've got debt. I've got to deal with clients that sometimes can be very rude to you. You got to deal with a lot of tension, a lot of stress. And thankfully, we are coming to a point where we will switch pay plans. We just signed them, and it is guaranteed essentially to make us more money. I've been struggling financially for a while now. I still will be struggling, but I will be struggling less, and it motivates me to make more money. So I'm very excited, but first I want to check out some Halloween houses because it's Halloween, and I'm excited. I love the holidays. So I want to eat something first, and I'm going to show you a couple pictures of my favorite houses that I just took snapping over the past couple days, really, who had the best decorated houses. I wish there was more, but you got to make do with what you can. And with that, I'm very excited for you to join me on my journey. I'm not going to go into all the details, of course, due to privacy reasons and whatnot, but I can reveal some of the changes that have happened recently. Look at that. Look at that. It's foggy. It is foggy. Well, it was pretty foggy back there, but you can see it over the lights. Well, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. A little bit foggy. It was really foggy just behind us, but love it. Love it. Halloween, my friends. One of my favorite times of the year. Look at that. That's awesome. So exciting. So cool. Super cool. Woo! Man, we just passed through some nice fog. Man, I wish the camera could show it a little bit better. It doesn't always show the best weather conditions, but there's moments where it's really spoopy. Man, I love it. I love it. So essentially, what is happening is this. Our finance business manager essentially became a general manager now, which means he, as normally in a store, once you get promoted like that, he would give the prior position to someone else. And maybe it's an outside force from a different store, but there's always risk with that, because what if that person has a different agenda, different policies, and those people working within the store, although we are rather new and usually managers have years of experience, we're not becoming managers, but we're being trained for handling finance, which usually sales goes to sales managers and then finance manager. Or it could be the other way, where it goes sales, finance manager, and then sales manager. Finance is a very important aspect of the business, and is where most of the money comes from. Well, really, the dealership makes the most amount of money from the service department. But the finance manager is able to make the most with products and back end, and basically sell the service contracts for the service department and help out piece together everything. Look at that. Look at that. What do you think, honey?
Spoopy season.
So what's going to happen is we're going to get paid more, most likely. Now we have taken a client from A to Z where we are part of the sales process, and instead of waiting, you get to do the finance yourself. So you're learning about it. Maybe one day you become a manager, but this is very practical, and you will gain a wealth of knowledge from every week essentially being trained on what to say, what to do, going through service contracts, going through all the products, eventually being able to make your own deals. And I think it's a very valuable skill to have. So obviously a client will respect you more if you're confident, and the confidence comes from knowledge. So the more you know about the entire process, not just sales, but the actual financing as well, what's going to happen later, the more they will respect you. So at least there's the potential for an additional $100 to $300, maybe even $500 per sale, which will definitely help, whether there's 10 sales or 15 sales a month or even 20 some crazy months. So we've just started, but hopefully before the end of the year, we will see an extra anywhere 5 to 15,000, which after taxes, of course, will definitely help the financial situation. This is a basically roadmap to be able to potentially get to 100,000 or maybe just a little bit over. And with that, of course, over time, it will be more and more as you get better. But we are progressing. It has been hard work, and we will continue to have to put in lots of work. But one thing is certain, and maybe that's not going to be this week, maybe that's not going to be next week, but eventually we will be able to pay off some of my debts, which is always a good thing. So I'm excited. We don't know still much yet, but it's essentially an experiment where sales are able to learn finance fast. So we'll see how the experiment goes. Thanks for watching.